Hello and welcome. Today we will talk about the fall of the Byzantine Empire. Let's start. Enjoy watching. The glorious empire on the brink of collapse. The Byzantine Empire, also known as the Eastern Roman Empire, stood as one of history's most resilient and influential empires, lasting over a millennium. Originating from the eastern portion of the Roman Empire, Byzantium preserved Roman law, culture, and Christianity during times when Western Europe was engulfed in the Dark Ages. Its capital, Constantinople, was a hub of wealth, art, and knowledge, strategically located between Europe and Asia. The city was fortified with impressive walls, and its architecture, most notably the Hagia Sophia, symbolized the empire's grandeur. Economic prosperity and challenges. In its prime, the Byzantine economy was robust, underpinned by a complex system of trade and taxation. The empire's strategic location facilitated trade between Europe and Asia, with Constantinople serving as a critical trading hub. Markets in the capital thrived with goods from across the known world, including silk from China, spices from India, and grain from Egypt. However, maintaining such a vast and complex economy presented challenges. Heavy taxation and corruption to fund its military campaigns and administrative costs, the Byzantine government imposed heavy taxes on its citizens. This excessive taxation burdened the populace and led to widespread dissatisfaction. Additionally, rampant corruption among officials further drained the empire's resources, as funds that were supposed to be used for public welfare and defense were embezzled. Decline in trade. The empire's strategic location at the crossroads of Europe and Asia made it a hub for trade. However, by the 11th century, the rise of Italian city-states like Venice and Genoa began to dominate Mediterranean trade, diverting commerce away from Byzantine ports. The empire's inability to compete with these emerging maritime powers weakened its economic base. Debasement of currency. In an attempt to address fiscal crises, successive Byzantine emperors resorted to the debasement of the currency, reducing the silver content of the coinage. This led to inflation and a loss of confidence in the Byzantine monetary system, further exacerbating the economic decline. Political and social stability. Politically, the Byzantine Empire was a complex mosaic of ethnicities, languages, and cultures, united under a centralized administration and a powerful emperor. The emperor was seen as God's representative on earth, and his authority was bolstered by a sophisticated bureaucracy and the influential Orthodox Church. The Church not only provided spiritual guidance but also played a significant role in the administration and cultural life of the empire. Succession disputes. The Byzantine Empire experienced frequent succession disputes and power struggles among the ruling elite. These internal conflicts often erupted into civil wars, diverting resources and attention away from external threats. The lack of a clear and stable line of succession led to periods of political instability and weakened the central authority. Noble factions. The Byzantine court was rife with intrigue and factionalism. Competing noble families vied for power and influence, leading to a fragmented political landscape. This infighting hampered effective governance and decision-making, as emperors had to constantly navigate through court politics and rivalries. Military coups. The Byzantine military, once a pillar of the empire's strength, became a source of instability as generals and military leaders frequently seized power through coups. These usurpations disrupted the continuity of leadership and further eroded the empire's ability to respond to external threats effectively. Cultural achievements. Culturally, Byzantium was a bastion of Orthodox Christianity, art, and scholarship. The preservation of ancient Greek and Roman texts by Byzantine scholars played a crucial role in the Renaissance's intellectual revival. Byzantine mosaics, icons, and architecture influenced the artistic traditions of both the Islamic world and Western Europe. Hagia Sophia. The Hagia Sophia, constructed under Emperor Justinian, epitomized Byzantine architectural brilliance. Its massive dome, mosaics, and innovative design left a lasting legacy on both Islamic and Christian architecture. Monastic scholarship. Monasteries became centers of learning and manuscript preservation. Byzantine monks meticulously copied and preserved classical and Christian texts, ensuring their transmission to future generations. Diplomatic relations. The Byzantine Empire also excelled in diplomacy, often using strategic marriages, alliances, and treaties to maintain its influence and manage its enemies. Byzantine diplomacy was sophisticated, relying on a mix of military might, economic leverage, and cultural prestige. As we delve into the fall of this remarkable empire, we will explore the multifaceted reasons behind its collapse, from economic decline and military defeats to internal conflicts and external pressures. The Byzantine Empire's downfall was not the result of a single event, but a combination of prolonged crises and pivotal moments that culminated in the conquest of Constantinople in 1453. The decline, economic and military struggles. The Byzantine Empire's decline was a gradual process influenced by various economic and military factors that eroded its stability and strength. The combination of economic mismanagement, loss of crucial territories, and persistent military defeats set the stage for its eventual fall. Economic decline, a crumbling foundation. The Byzantine Empire's economic decline was a critical factor that contributed to its downfall. Several interrelated issues weakened the empire's financial stability and its ability to support its military and administrative needs. Heavy taxation and corruption to fund its military campaigns and administrative costs. The Byzantine government imposed heavy taxes on its citizens. This excessive taxation burdened the populace and led to widespread dissatisfaction. Additionally, rampant corruption among officials further drained the empire's resources, as funds that were supposed to be used for public welfare and defense were embezzled. The high taxation rates also discouraged economic productivity and innovation, leading to a stagnating economy. Decline in trade. The empire's strategic location at the crossroads of Europe and Asia made it a hub for trade. However, by the 11th century, the rise of Italian city-states like Venice and Genoa began to dominate Mediterranean trade, diverting commerce away from Byzantine ports. The empire's inability to compete with these emerging maritime powers weakened its economic base. The Venetians and Genoese not only controlled significant portions of the trade but also secured trading privileges within Constantinople itself, further undermining Byzantine merchants. Debasement of currency. In an attempt to address fiscal crises, successive Byzantine emperors resorted to the debasement of the currency, reducing the silver content of the coinage. This led to inflation and a loss of confidence in the Byzantine monetary system, further exacerbating the economic decline. The once stable and respected gold solidus became less reliable, causing economic instability and loss of international trade trust. Agricultural decline. The loss of key agricultural territories in Anatolia and the Balkans to invading forces further strained the empire's economy. These regions were vital for producing the grain that fed Constantinople and other urban centers. As these areas fell under enemy control, food shortages became more common, leading to higher prices and social unrest. Military defeats, erosion of territorial integrity. The Byzantine Empire's military might, once formidable, began to wane in the face of persistent external threats. Repeated military defeats significantly eroded the empire's territorial integrity and ability to defend itself. Seljuk Turks. One of the most significant military defeats occurred in 1071 at the Battle of Manzikert, where the Byzantine army suffered a crushing defeat at the hands of the Seljuk Turks. This loss resulted in the empire losing control over much of Anatolia, which was a crucial region for its resources and manpower. The defeat at Manzikert not only reduced the empire's territory but also weakened its military morale and ability to project power. Normans and Crusaders. In the west, the Normans, under leaders like Robert Guiscard, invaded and captured key Byzantine territories in southern Italy during the 11th century. Additionally, the arrival of the Crusaders, who were initially seen as allies, led to complex interactions. While the First Crusade initially aided the Byzantines by recapturing some lost territories, subsequent crusades proved detrimental. The Fourth Crusade, intended to conquer Muslim-held Jerusalem, instead turned against Constantinople, leading to its sacking in 1204. This event marked a devastating blow to Byzantine prestige and power as the empire was fragmented and weakened. Ottoman Turks. The rise of the Ottoman Turks in the 14th century posed an existential threat to the Byzantine Empire. The Ottomans' military prowess and strategic acumen allowed them to steadily encroach upon Byzantine territories. The Byzantines' inability to mount a cohesive and effective defense against the Ottomans resulted in a gradual loss of lands and resources. Key battles, such as the Battle of Kosovo in 1389 and the Battle of Varna in 1444, underscored the Ottomans' growing dominance in the region. Internal conflicts, political instability, and civil strife. Internal conflicts and political instability plagued the Byzantine Empire, undermining its ability to effectively govern and defend itself. The empire's political structure, which was once a source of strength, became increasingly dysfunctional due to internal strife and power struggles. Succession disputes. The the Byzantine Empire experienced frequent succession disputes and power struggles among the ruling elite. These internal conflicts often erupted into civil wars, diverting resources and attention away from external threats. The lack of a clear and stable line of succession led to periods of political instability and weakened the central authority. Notable examples include the civil wars during the reigns of John V Palaiologos and his successors, which further fragmented the empire. Noble factions. The Byzantine court was rife with intrigue and factionalism. Competing noble families vied for power and influence, leading to a fragmented political landscape. This infighting hampered effective governance and decision-making, as emperors had to constantly navigate through court politics and rivalries. The constant power shifts and betrayals created an environment of mistrust and inefficiency within the administration. Military coups. The Byzantine military, once a pillar of the empire's strength, became a source of instability as generals and military leaders frequently seized power through coups. These usurpations disrupted the continuity of leadership and further eroded the empire's ability to respond to external threats effectively. The frequent changes in leadership weakened the military's cohesion and loyalty, making it more difficult to mount a unified defense against invaders. Religious disputes. The Byzantine Empire also faced significant religious conflicts, particularly the schism between the Eastern Orthodox Church and the Roman Catholic Church. The excommunication of each other by the Pope and the Patriarch in 1054, known as the Great Schism, not only weakened the empire's unity but also alienated potential Western allies who could have provided support against external threats. As we delve deeper into the internal and external pressures faced by the Byzantine Empire, it becomes clear that its decline was a result of both systemic weaknesses and opportunistic external attacks. The interplay of economic hardships, military defeats, and internal strife created a perfect storm that eventually led to the empire's collapse. The final blows, external pressures, and catastrophic events. As the Byzantine Empire struggled with internal issues and economic decline, it also faced relentless pressure from external forces. These pressures, combined with significant catastrophic events, ultimately led to the empire's downfall. The Fourth Crusade, a catastrophic turn of events. One of the most devastating blows to the Byzantine Empire was the Fourth Crusade. Originally intended to reclaim Jerusalem from Muslim control, the crusade took a disastrous turn for Byzantium. Sacking of Constantinople, 1204 and 1204, instead of heading to the Holy Land, the Crusaders turned their sights on Constantinople. Driven by complex political motives and financial incentives, the Crusaders besieged and sacked the city. The fall of Constantinople to the Crusaders marked a catastrophic event for the Byzantine Empire. The city was looted, its treasures stolen, and many of its inhabitants were killed or displaced. The Crusaders established the Latin Empire, ruling from Constantinople for several decades. Fragmentation and recovery. The sacking of Constantinople led to the fragmentation of the Byzantine Empire. Several successor states emerged, including the Empire of Nicaea, the Despotate of Epirus, and the Empire of Trebizond. These states struggled to reclaim their territories and maintain a semblance of Byzantine authority. In 1261, the Empire of Nicaea, under Michael VIII Palaiologos, successfully recaptured Constantinople and restored the Byzantine Empire. However, the empire was significantly weakened, both economically and militarily, and never fully recovered from the devastation of 1204. Rise of the Ottoman Empire, the final threat. The rise of the Ottoman Empire in the late 13th and early 14th centuries posed the most significant external threat to the Byzantine Empire. The Ottomans, a formidable military and political force, gradually encroached upon Byzantine territories. Early Ottoman expansion. The Ottomans, under the leadership of Osman I and his successors, rapidly expanded their territory at the expense of the Byzantine Empire. Key victories, such as the Battle of Bafus in 1302 and the capture of Bursa in 1326, demonstrated their growing power. The Ottoman strategic use of both diplomacy and military prowess allowed them to consolidate their control over former Byzantine lands in Anatolia. Encirclement of Constantinople. By the mid-14th century, the Ottomans had effectively encircled Constantinople. They captured key cities and fortresses, cutting off the Byzantine capital from its hinterlands. The capture of Gallipoli in 1354 and Adrianople, Edirne, in 1369 were particularly significant, as they provided the Ottomans with a strong foothold in Europe and control over vital land routes. Siege of Constantinople, 1453. The final blow came in 1453 when Sultan Mehmed II, known as Mehmed the Conqueror, launched a well-planned and relentless assault on Constantinople. Despite the valiant defense by the Byzantine forces, the Ottomans' superior numbers and innovative use of artillery, including massive cannons, ultimately breached the city's formidable walls. On May 29, 1453, Constantinople fell to the Ottomans, marking the end of the Byzantine Empire. The fall of Constantinople had profound implications, not only for the Byzantines but also for the course of world history, signaling the rise of the Ottoman Empire as a dominant power in southeastern Europe and the eastern Mediterranean. Diplomatic and military missteps, missed opportunities. Throughout its decline, the Byzantine Empire faced numerous diplomatic and military challenges. Its attempts to navigate these challenges often fell short, leading to missed opportunities that could have altered its fate. Appeals to the West. The Byzantines frequently appealed to Western Europe for military and financial aid. However, the Great Schism of 1054, which divided the Roman Catholic and Eastern Orthodox churches, strained relations between the Byzantines and the Western powers. While some Western leaders were sympathetic, they were often reluctant to commit significant resources to aid Byzantium. The Byzantines' attempts to secure Western support through church union, such as the Council of Florence in 1439, were met with resistance from both the Byzantine populace and Western rulers, further complicating efforts to form a united front against the Ottomans. Internal betrayals and alliances. The Byzantine Empire's internal political landscape was marked by betrayal and shifting alliances. Some Byzantine nobles and military leaders, driven by personal ambition, betrayed the empire by aligning with external enemies, including the Ottomans. These betrayals undermine the empire's ability to mount a cohesive defense and maintain internal stability. Strategic missteps. Militarily, the Byzantines made several strategic errors that weakened their position. The decision to rely heavily on mercenaries rather than maintaining a strong native military force proved costly. Mercenaries were often unreliable and expensive, draining the empire's financial resources. Additionally, the Byzantines' failure to adapt to new military technologies and tactics left them vulnerable to more innovative adversaries like the Ottomans. As we delve into the final stages of the Byzantine Empire's decline, it is evident that a combination of external pressures and internal weaknesses led to its eventual collapse. The empire's inability to effectively address these challenges sealed its fate. The enduring legacy, cultural and religious impact. Despite the fall of the Byzantine Empire, its legacy endures in various forms, influencing cultures, religions, and societies long after its demise. The Byzantine Empire's contributions to art, architecture, law, and religion have left a lasting impact on both the Eastern and Western worlds. Cultural and intellectual heritage. The Byzantine Empire was a beacon of learning and culture during a time when much of Western Europe was in turmoil. Its preservation and transmission of classical knowledge played a crucial role in the Renaissance and the broader course of European history. Preservation of classical texts. Byzantine scholars preserved and copied numerous ancient Greek and Roman texts, which might have otherwise been lost. Monasteries and libraries in Byzantium house vast collections of manuscripts, including works by philosophers like Plato and Aristotle, as well as scientific and medical texts. These texts were later rediscovered by Western scholars during the Renaissance, significantly influencing European thought and learning. Art and architecture. Byzantine art and architecture set standards that influenced both the Islamic world and Western Europe. The use of mosaics, icons, and domed structures in churches and public buildings became hallmarks of Byzantine artistic achievement. The Hagia Sophia, with its massive dome and intricate mosaics, remains a symbol of Byzantine architectural brilliance and had a profound influence on the development of both Islamic and Christian architecture. Impact on Renaissance art. The fall of Constantinople in 1453 led to an exodus of Greek scholars and artists to the West, particularly Italy. These émigrés brought with them valuable manuscripts and knowledge, fueling the intellectual revival that characterized the Renaissance. The infusion of Byzantine artistic techniques and classical knowledge significantly enriched Renaissance art and scholarship. Orthodox Christianity and religious influence. The Byzantine Empire played a crucial role in the development and spread of Orthodox Christianity. Its religious and cultural heritage continues to be a significant force in the Eastern Orthodox Church. Eastern Orthodox Church. The Byzantine Empire was the cradle of Eastern Orthodox Christianity. The theological, liturgical, and administrative traditions developed in Byzantium continue to shape the Eastern Orthodox Church today. The Great Schism of 1054, which divided the Roman Catholic Church and the Eastern Orthodox Church, did not diminish the influence of Byzantine religious practices and beliefs. The Eastern Orthodox Church remains a major religious institution with millions of adherents worldwide. Missionary work. Byzantine missionaries, most notably Saint Cyril and Methodius, spread Christianity and Byzantine culture to the Slavic peoples of Eastern Europe. They developed the Glagolitic and Cyrillic alphabets, which facilitated the translation of religious texts and the spread of literacy. The conversion of the Slavs and the establishment of the Bulgarian, Serbian, and Russian Orthodox churches extended Byzantine religious and cultural influence far beyond the empire's borders. Liturgical traditions. Byzantine liturgical practices, including the use of icons, elaborate rituals, and hymns, have been preserved and continue to be central to Orthodox Christian worship. The Byzantine Rite, with its rich theological and symbolic elements, remains a cornerstone of Orthodox liturgical tradition. Legal and administrative contributions. The Byzantine Empire's legal and administrative innovations had a lasting impact on the development of law and governance in Europe and beyond. Justinian Code. One of the most significant contributions of the Byzantine Empire was the Corpus Juris Civilis, or Justinian Code, compiled under the direction of Emperor Justinian I in the 6th century. This comprehensive codification of Roman law served as the foundation for legal systems in many European countries and influenced the development of international law. The Justinian Code's principles of justice, equity, and legal reasoning have had a lasting legacy in the Western legal tradition. Administrative practices. Byzantine administrative practices, including the use of a centralized bureaucracy and systematic tax collection, influenced the development of state governance in medieval Europe. The theme system, which organized the empire into military districts, served as a model for later feudal systems in Western Europe. The Byzantine emphasis on a strong central authority and well-organized administrative divisions helped shape the governance structures of successor states. Influence on successor states. The fall of the Byzantine Empire influenced the development of successor states and the balance of power in the region. The Ottoman Empire, which emerged as the dominant power, adopted and integrated many aspects of Byzantine administration, culture, and technology. Ottoman Empire. The Ottomans, who captured Constantinople in 1453, were deeply influenced by Byzantine administrative and cultural practices. They adopted Byzantine bureaucratic structures, legal codes, and architectural styles. The Hagia Sophia, converted into a mosque, became a symbol of the continuity between the Byzantine and Ottoman empires. The Ottomans also embraced Byzantine traditions in art, literature, and court rituals, blending them with their own cultural heritage to create a unique and enduring civilization. Eastern Europe. The cultural and religious influence of Byzantium extended into Eastern Europe through the establishment of Orthodox Christian states. The Byzantine legacy shaped the development of Russian, Bulgarian, and Serbian cultures and institutions. The concept of Moscow as the Third Rome reflected the idea that Russia was the rightful heir to the Byzantine tradition, a notion that influenced Russian imperial ideology and religious identity. Conclusion: the enduring legacy of Byzantium. The fall of the Byzantine Empire marked the end of an era, but its legacy continues to resonate in various aspects of modern culture, religion, and governance. The Byzantine Empire's contributions to art, architecture, law, and religion have left an indelible mark on the world. Cultural heritage, the preservation and transmission of classical knowledge by Byzantine scholars laid the foundation for the Renaissance and the intellectual revival of Europe. Byzantine art and architecture continue to inspire and influence modern artistic traditions. Religious influence, the Byzantine Empire's role in the development of Orthodox Christianity has had a lasting impact on religious practices and beliefs. The Eastern Orthodox Church remains a significant religious institution, preserving the theological and liturgical traditions of Byzantium. Legal and administrative innovations, the legal and administrative contributions of the Byzantine Empire, particularly the Justinian Code, have shaped the development of legal systems and governance structures in Europe and beyond. The story of the Byzantine Empire is a testament to the enduring legacy of human achievement and the complexities of historical change. As we reflect on the rise and fall of this remarkable civilization, we gain insight into the forces that shape the course of history and the enduring impact of cultural, religious, and intellectual contributions. Key figures of the Byzantine Empire, influential leaders and icons. The Byzantine Empire's rich history is marked by the contributions of numerous influential figures who shaped its political, cultural, and religious landscape. These key individuals played crucial roles in the empire's rise, governance, and attempts to stave off decline. Here, we delve into the lives and legacies of some of the most important figures in Byzantine history. 1. Emperor Constantine the Great, c. 272 to 337. Role: first Christian emperor and founder of Constantinople. Contributions and legacy. Foundation of Constantinople. Constantine the Great is best known for founding Constantinople, modern-day Istanbul, in 330 AD, which became the new capital of the Roman Empire and later the Byzantine Empire. The city's strategic location and formidable defenses made it a vital center of trade, culture, and military power for over a millennium. Promotion of Christianity. Constantine played a pivotal role in the spread of Christianity within the Roman Empire. His Edict of Milan in 313 AD legalized Christianity and ended the persecution of Christians. Constantine himself converted to Christianity and became the first Roman emperor to do so, setting a precedent for future Byzantine rulers. Council of Nicaea. In 325 AD, Constantine convened the First Council of Nicaea, which sought to address the Arian controversy and achieve doctrinal unity within Christianity. The Nicene Creed, formulated during this council, remains a fundamental statement of Christian faith. 2. Empress Theodora, c. 500 to 548. Role: influential empress and wife of Emperor Justinian I. Contributions and legacy. Political influence. Empress Theodora was one of the most powerful women in Byzantine history, playing a crucial role in the governance of the empire alongside her husband, Emperor Justinian I. Her intelligence, political acumen, and strong-willed nature made her a formidable co-ruler. Nika Revolt. During the Nika Revolt of 532, Theodora's resolute stance and counsel to Justinian were instrumental in quelling the uprising. Her famous speech, urging Justinian to stay and fight rather than flee, helped turn the tide in favor of the emperor, ultimately saving his reign. Social reforms. Theodora was a champion of social justice and women's rights. She advocated for laws that protected women from forced prostitution, expanded women's property rights, and established social programs to aid the poor and marginalized. 3. Emperor Justinian I, c. 482 to 565. Role: Emperor and Lawgiver. Contributions and legacy. Corpus Juris Civilis. Justinian I is best known for his comprehensive codification of Roman law, known as the Corpus Juris Civilis or Justinian Code. This legal compilation served as the foundation for the legal systems of many modern European nations and had a lasting impact on the development of international law. Architectural achievements. Justinian's reign saw significant architectural accomplishments, most notably the construction of the Hagia Sophia, a masterpiece of Byzantine architecture. The Hagia Sophia's grandeur and innovative design influenced the architectural traditions of both the Islamic and Christian worlds. Military campaigns. Justinian sought to restore the Roman Empire's former glory through ambitious military campaigns. His general, Belisarius, successfully reconquered large parts of the Western Roman Empire, including North Africa, Italy, and parts of Spain. These military achievements temporarily expanded Byzantine territory and influence. 4. General Belisarius, c. 500 to 565. Role: prominent Byzantine general. Contributions and legacy. Military prowess. General Belisarius was one of the most talented military commanders in Byzantine history. His strategic brilliance and tactical acumen were instrumental in Justinian's campaigns to reclaim former Roman territories. Belisarius achieved notable victories against the Vandals in North Africa, the Ostrogoths in Italy, and the Persians in the East. Defense of Constantinople. Belisarius played a key role in defending Constantinople against various threats, including the Nika Revolt and external invasions. His leadership and loyalty to Justinian made him an indispensable asset to the Byzantine Empire. Legacy of honor. Despite his military successes, Belisarius faced political intrigue and jealousy at court. His loyalty to Justinian, even in the face of personal adversity, left a legacy of honor and integrity in Byzantine military history. Key figures of the Byzantine Empire, influential leaders and icons. The Byzantine Empire's rich history is marked by the contributions of numerous influential figures who shaped its political, cultural, and religious landscape. These key individuals played crucial roles in the empire's rise, governance, and attempts to stave off decline. Here, we delve into the lives and legacies of some of the most important figures in Byzantine history. 1. Emperor Constantine the Great, c. 272 to 337. Role: first Christian emperor and founder of Constantinople. Contributions and legacy. Foundation of Constantinople. Constantine the Great is best known for founding Constantinople, modern-day Istanbul, in 330 AD, which became the new capital of the Roman Empire and later the Byzantine Empire. The city's strategic location and formidable defenses made it a vital center of trade, culture, and military power for over a millennium. Promotion of Christianity. Constantine played a pivotal role in the spread of Christianity within the Roman Empire. His Edict of Milan in 313 AD legalized Christianity and ended the persecution of Christians. Constantine himself converted to Christianity and became the first Roman emperor to do so, setting a precedent for future Byzantine rulers. Council of Nicaea. In 325 AD, Constantine convened the First Council of Nicaea, which sought to address the Arian controversy and achieve doctrinal unity within Christianity. The Nicene Creed, formulated during this council, remains a fundamental statement of Christian faith. 2. Empress Theodora, c. 500 to 548. Role: influential empress and wife of Emperor Justinian I. Contributions and legacy. Political influence. Empress Theodora was one of the most powerful women in Byzantine history, playing a crucial role in the governance of the empire alongside her husband, Emperor Justinian I. Her intelligence, political acumen, and strong-willed nature made her a formidable co-ruler. Nika Revolt. During the Nika Revolt of 532, Theodora's resolute stance and counsel to Justinian were instrumental in quelling the uprising. Her famous speech, urging Justinian to stay and fight rather than flee, helped turn the tide in favor of the emperor, ultimately saving his reign. Social reforms. Theodora was a champion of social justice and women's rights. She advocated for laws that protected women from forced prostitution, expanded women's property rights, and established social programs to aid the poor and marginalized. 3. Emperor Justinian I, c. 482 to 565. Role: emperor and lawgiver. Contributions and legacy. Corpus Juris Civilis. Justinian I is best known for his comprehensive codification of Roman law, known as the Corpus Juris Civilis or Justinian Code. This legal compilation served as the foundation for the legal systems of many modern European nations and had a lasting impact on the development of international law. Architectural achievements. Justinian's reign saw significant architectural accomplishments, most notably the construction of the Hagia Sophia, a masterpiece of Byzantine architecture. The Hagia Sophia's grandeur and innovative design influenced the architectural traditions of both the Islamic and Christian worlds. Military campaigns. Justinian sought to restore the Roman Empire's former glory through ambitious military campaigns. His general, Belisarius, successfully reconquered large parts of the Western Roman Empire, including North Africa, Italy, and parts of Spain. These military achievements temporarily expanded Byzantine territory and influence. 4. General Belisarius, c. 500 to 565. Role: prominent Byzantine general. Contributions and legacy. Military prowess. General Belisarius was one of the most talented military commanders in Byzantine history. His strategic brilliance and tactical acumen were instrumental in Justinian's campaigns to reclaim former Roman territories. Belisarius achieved notable victories against the Vandals in North Africa, the Ostrogoths in Italy, and the Persians in the east. Defense of Constantinople. Belisarius played a key role in defending Constantinople against various threats, including the Nika revolt and external invasions. His leadership and loyalty to Justinian made him an indispensable asset to the Byzantine Empire. Legacy of honor. Despite his military successes, Belisarius faced political intrigue and jealousy at court. His loyalty to Justinian, even in the face of personal adversity, left a legacy of honor and integrity in Byzantine military history. 5. Emperor Heraclius, c. 575 to 641. Role: Emperor and military leader. Contributions and legacy. Reorganization of the empire. Emperor Heraclius is credited with significant administrative and military reforms that revitalized the Byzantine Empire during a period of crisis. He reorganized the empire's military structure, introducing the theme system, which divided the empire into military districts governed by generals with both civil and military authority. Wars against the Sassanid Empire. Heraclius is best known for his successful campaigns against the Sassanid Empire. In a series of decisive battles between 622 and 628, Heraclius defeated the Persian forces, recaptured lost territories, and reclaimed the True Cross, which had been taken by the Persians from Jerusalem. Religious policies. Heraclius also sought to address religious divisions within the empire. He attempted to reconcile differences between Chalcedonian Christians and Monophysites through the doctrine of monothelitism, although this policy ultimately failed to achieve lasting unity. 6. Empress Irene, c. 752 to 803. Role: first woman to rule the Byzantine Empire in her own right. Contributions and legacy. Iconoclast controversy. Empress Irene played a pivotal role in ending the first phase of the iconoclast controversy, which had divided the empire over the veneration of icons. In 787, she convened the Second Council of Nicaea, which restored the veneration of icons and resolved the theological dispute, reinforcing the use of religious images in Byzantine worship. Political maneuvering. Irene was a shrewd and capable ruler who navigated the complexities of Byzantine politics. She served as regent for her son, Constantine VI, and later ruled as sole empress after deposing him. Her reign was marked by efforts to strengthen the central authority and maintain stability in the empire. Diplomatic relations. Irene sought to strengthen diplomatic ties with the Carolingian Empire and other Western powers. Her potential marriage alliance with Charlemagne was a significant diplomatic maneuver, although it ultimately did not come to fruition. 7. Emperor Basil II, c. 958-1025. Role: emperor and military conqueror. Contributions and legacy. Military expansion. Basil II, known as Basil the Bulgar Slayer, was one of the most successful military emperors in Byzantine history. His relentless campaigns against the Bulgarians culminated in the decisive Battle of Clydian in 1014, where he achieved a crushing victory. His conquests expanded Byzantine territory and secured its borders. Administrative reforms. Basil II implemented significant administrative reforms to strengthen imperial authority and reduce the power of the aristocracy. He curbed the influence of powerful noble families, redistributed land, and increased the central government's control over provincial administration. Economic prosperity. Basil II's reign was marked by economic stability and prosperity. His prudent fiscal policies and efficient taxation system ensured a steady flow of revenue to the state, enabling the empire to fund its military campaigns and public works. 8. John I Tzimiskes, c. 925 to 976. Role: Emperor and military leader. Contributions and legacy. Military achievements. John I Tzimiskes was a capable military leader who expanded Byzantine influence through successful campaigns against the Arabs, Bulgarians, and Russian. His victories in the East, particularly the capture of Antioch in 969, strengthened Byzantine control over key territories. Consolidation of power. John I Tzimiskes ascended to the throne after the assassination of his predecessor, Nicephorus II Phocas. He consolidated his power by marrying Theodora, the sister of Constantine VII, and securing the support of the military and aristocracy. Diplomatic relations. Tzimiskes maintained diplomatic relations with neighboring states, including the Holy Roman Empire and the Fatimid Caliphate. His efforts to secure alliances and negotiate peace treaties contributed to the stability and security of the Byzantine Empire. 9. Michael VIII Palaiologos, 1223 to 1282. Role: Emperor and Restorer of Constantinople. Contributions and legacy. Restoration of Constantinople. Michael VIII Palaiologos played a crucial role in recapturing Constantinople from the Latin Empire in 1261, restoring the Byzantine Empire after decades of fragmentation. His successful reconquest marked the beginning of the Palaiologan dynasty. Cultural revival. Michael VIII initiated a cultural and intellectual revival known as the Palaiologan Renaissance. He patronized the arts, supported the restoration of churches and monasteries, and encouraged the study of classical Greek literature and philosophy. Diplomatic maneuvers. Michael VIII navigated the complex political landscape of his time, forming alliances and negotiating treaties with various European powers. His diplomatic efforts aimed to secure the empire's borders and maintain its independence in the face of external threats. 10. Alexios Komnenos, 1048 to 1118. Role: Emperor and Reformer. Contributions and legacy. Komnenian restoration. Alexios Komnenos is credited with initiating the Komnenian Restoration, a period of military, economic, and political revival for the Byzantine Empire. His reforms strengthened the empire's defenses and revitalized its economy after a period of decline. Military campaigns. Alexios I successfully defended the empire against Norman, Pechenegic, and Seljuk invasions. His appeal to the West for assistance against the Seljuks led to the First Crusade, which, despite its complexities, temporarily relieved pressure on Byzantine borders. Administrative reforms. Alexios I implemented significant administrative reforms to stabilize the empire's finances and improve governance. He reorganized the tax system, reduced corruption, and strengthened the central authority.